Full time, ladies and gentlemen. Chelsea 2, Tottenham 2 in the pre-season friendly for the charity, Mind Charity. Interesting, lots to discuss. Tried a back four formation, some fringe players absolutely shined, Hakim Ziyech scoring more goals, freak conceding goal in many ways, defensive lapses, but Thomas Tuchel made loads of changes, friends. We're going to talk about, there's lots of stuff to crack into today, friends, so settle in, get comfortable. I hope you got yourself a drink, you're sitting down, you're just comfortable, that's what I want. Right, and also, subscribe and like and all that nonsense. Let's have a look then, friends. Not first half goals, but Ziyech scored in the 16th minute and the 49th minute. He nearly scored another really nice goal, going far post, so he would have had another hat-trick, yet another hat-trick for Ziyech. It could have been in pre-season. I think he's our top goal scorer in pre-season with 5 goals in what is an unbeaten pre-season for Chelsea. 3 wins and a draw. Peterborough, Bournemouth, Arsenal wins, draw with Tottenham, but we absolutely dominated this first half. We conceded 2 goals in the second half to Lucas Moura, which was a bit of a freak goal, actually. It sort of bounced up off Tony Rudiger's interception and just looped Mendy. Nothing he can do about it. The Stamford Bergwijn goal on the 70th minute was another frustrating one. Malangsar playing a square ball, being picked up by Son or someone. And Bergwijn nutmegs Mendy. Mendy's very tall. He's like Courtois when... they are vulnerable to that. You don't really get there with Kepa, but when you get tall goalkeepers, often they can be caught between their legs. Don't clip that. So this is how Chelsea lined up. A 3-4-3 formation, very, very strong starting formation from the Chelsea. Mendy in goal, of course, Trevor Chalobah, more on him in a moment, Kurt Zuma down the middle, and Tony Rudiger in his preferred left centre-back role with Kante and Covante midfield pivot. Hudson-Odoi right wing-back, Marcus Alonso left wing-back, and you have Kai Havertz and Ziyech behind Timo Werner down the middle. By the way, I'm going to say it now, I'm so pleased of how the match-going fans have taken to Timo Werner. Even when he's not scoring, he's got the song, but they always cheer him when he tries, even if it's a poor attempt. It's really nice, and I'll tell you now, right, this is what you get for working hard. Working hard for the badge. If your fans see you working hard and making runs and pressing, that is the main thing. That's what it's always been in football. Way back before this sort of FIFA digital age of tricks and your Neymar skills and all this kind of stuff. And if you watch a football match live and you see someone working really hard for you, making runs, that's what you want, and that's why Timo Werner is appreciated greatly by the match-going fans, which is really nice to see. So that's the 3-4-3. We did go to a 4-back system later, and then I believe reverted back to a 3-back system. We had Trevor Chalobah playing as a right-back when we went to the back 4 system. I will go into detail about Chelsea in a moment. Of course, 4-3-3 from Nuno Espirito Santo's Tottenham Hotspur. A very strong lineup as well by Tottenham standards. Of course, no Harry Kane sitting at home or Florida, wherever he is watching this. Lots of funny chants and songs about Harry Kane from the Chelsea fans. Of course, the Bergwijn, Lucas Moura, very good players. Son did look a cut above the rest of the Tottenham players. Højbjerg obviously had an amazing Euros. And they made... Well, let's have a look at the Tottenham subs. They brought on Harry Winks, who might get more of a chance. You fancy Doherty to be favoured by Espirito Santo as his player at Wolves, and they brought on Dane Scarlett, the young kid. He's a teenager. I hope one day he becomes a captain, so he can be Captain Scarlett. One for the teenagers there. I wonder how many of you in the viewing get that reference. Comment down below if you've done. Ben Davies came on. He had a good Euros for Wales. Sazore, and that. Right, so let's talk about the Chelsea subs. Ooh! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Everyone but the goalkeeper. Again, so, you could argue this is why Chelsea conceded 2 goals in the second half, because we've made loads and loads of changes. Malangsar, Tammy Abraham, Christian Pulisic, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Tamuri Bakayoko, Ampadu, Zappacosta, Tino Anjorin, and Kennedy. I'm going to run through player performances, I think, from the lineup and then the substitutes. Some players I didn't get a chance to look at closely enough. But yeah, you can understand why. I just quickly want to talk about this. You can understand why Thomas Tuchel is making all these changes and looking at the fringe players. I understand why Nuno makes not that many changes, keeps it for a long time, and Tuchel goes heavy with changes quickly from half-time onwards, because he knows he's got a massive squad, and Chelsea generally has good players, and he's the ultimate football nerd, Tuchel. I mean that in the nicest way, that he wants data. He wants data on the players at the highest level. Yes, they can all play games behind closed doors, and he can see how they play, and the runs they make, and the space they occupy, but this is his best opportunity to see these players, fringe players, playing against quality. And I include, Bournemouth in that. Bournemouth, Arsenal, Tottenham, Peterborough, well, maybe not so much, but it's an opportunity for him to record as many minutes as these fringe players on the pitch as he can, and then, assess the data, because that's what he's heavy. He's a data-heavy coach. So that's why he makes constant changes in a lot, I think. Let's have a look here then. So let's look at the starting lineup first. Mendy in goal, probably didn't cover himself in glory with being nutmegged for the second goal. Obviously he had nothing to do really with the first goal, because it looped over him with that Rudiger deflection. Goalkeepers can't do anything about that generally. He's been amazing, Mendy. Probably not his greatest game. It's weird really to judge him in this friendly. Zuma was good. He made an amazing tackle. Vintage Kurt Zuma. We know what he's all about. Heading and tackling. The school of John Terry. John Terry had so much more than that. He had the passing with both feet as well. But you know what I mean. That old school defending style, Zuma. Pretty darn good. Rudiger, not so great. He made a couple of trademark forward runs. Peculiar block for the free goal. Not his best performance, in my opinion. Trevor Chalobah, excellent. Top 3 performers for me. He was very, very impressive, very intelligent with his, the space he was occupying, making the right decisions, playing in 2 positions, right back and as a centre back. Seriously impressive. I wouldn't be surprised if Tuchel's thinking about him. Hudson-Odoi, yeah, pretty good. Not his best game in pre-season. He was setting the pitch alight in the other games, but pretty good. Kante, incredible, of course, just incredible. Nutmegging people, making tackles everywhere, making good passes. I'm not going to go on and talk about Kante for ages, but he's just ridiculous, isn't he? I tweeted this earlier. I think Kante, De Bruyne, and Harry Kane are probably the best 3 players in the Premier League. As in seasoned players, aren't they? They're all about 28 to 30 or 31 with KDB. They're seasoned players. They're the best 3 players in the Prem. Kante's ridiculous. Kovacic was good. We know what he's good at. Known quality player. Alonso looks at times. I don't know what to think about Alonso, because at times I think he's turns it's got the turning circle of a boat, and he frustrates me. But sometimes he just about gets there in time and combines well, which he did today. Kai Havertz, a few good moments. Obviously, he scored that really nice goal last time out. Rolls Royce of a player. Probably didn't get to showcase it today. Timo Werner worked really hard. The fans, cheering him on. It was a nice performance, but a couple of poor decisions or poor touches. But worked the channels well, and Hakim Ziyech nearly got a hat-trick. Scored 2 goals, lovely goals as well. Nearly scored another one. It was pressing. He was pressing the goalkeeper and the defenders. Was it Tanganga that he was pressing him early doors and causing mistakes? I think Ziyech and Kante and maybe Chalobah are probably the best performers on the pitch. But we have some superstars to talk about on the bench. Malang Sarr was not one of those. I think he is a very good left-footed defender, but not so much in this game. Obviously made a mistake with a square ball. Tammy Abraham didn't really get a chance to do anything. Was sort of isolated, didn't receive the ball much. Pulisic did look very good. He's looking like himself. He's making the runs. He's wiggling between the lines into the final third. A couple of poor decisions and didn't release the ball quick enough. Pre-season vibes. Generally, he looks very good. Very impressed with Ruben Loftus-Cheek again in pre-season. Another one like Trevor Chalobah that I'm thinking, squad maybe. He's very, very impressive, man. Ruben Loftus-Cheek playing in that double 6. Bakayoko came on. didn't impress me. Let me know what you think of Timo Bakayoko's performance. Even Ampadu, very good, played as a centre-back. I think when we reverted back to a back three, very good, made like a goal line clearance, I think. We know Ampadu's a baller. He was excellent for Wales before he got that red card, really, really unfortunately. He's an excellent young player. I think he should have a good Premier League loan. I don't think there's necessarily going to be space in the squad for him. Zappa Costa came on, deserves a shout out. Played alright down the right wing, down the right flank. Yeah, I think he played alright. He saw a lot of the ball and didn't do anything silly, so he deserves a shout out, I think, Zappa Costa. Matt Miazga didn't see much. Kennedy did some little good bits down the left flank, took a corner on the right flank, hung around there for a little while. Kennedy's a decent enough player. Tino Anjorin. Oh, he nearly scored one of the best goals I've seen in a little while, when he just he's so strong, he's quick, he's technical, he's like a little bit more of offensive Ruben Loftus-Cheek. He doesn't get bodied off the ball, he's quick, and his footwork is so good. And he nearly scored an absolute wonder goal. Very impressed with Tino Anjorin. He's probably my fourth favourite for this game, behind Ziyech, behind Kante, Chalobah and Anjorin. Very, very impressive indeed. Let me know what you guys think. Comment down below who you're impressed with in this match. And yeah, man, obviously loads of stuff's going on with the Lukaku story. I'm going to be reporting on it tomorrow, so keep it locked with the bell notifications icon turned on to Football Therapy, and I'll speak to you soon. Peace.